BuzzCutPsycho, what? Remember that, dude? How could you not? He forever changed the game we played today. We owe him a lot. Now you're just talking out your ass. We don't owe him shit, and he was toxic to this game. They could ban his account for plenty of reasons. Yeah, I'm using Adrenaline Shield and Advanced Shield Capacitor. I forgot how much I like this setup. They're both so good. For farming just random people, Adrenaline Shield and Advanced Shield Capacitor are the best, but when you're playing against competent players, Resist Shield and Nano Weave are the best. But with the upcoming nerf to Nano Weave armor, I kind of want to transition away from it because it's not going to be that good anymore. You don't think he was racist? There was actually videos of him being racist and spouting hateful comments about homosexuals.
User entered your channel.
And sexist comments about women. There was not a good thing that really came out of that guy's mouth. He literally attacked everything and anything that was different than him. Videos are on YouTube. They might not be on YouTube anymore. But plenty of us actually saw them. They might still be on YouTube. He even made his own video and highlighted it on Twitch TV and made comments about one of the outfits, about how they were led by a woman, and that's why they were crap, because no outfit could ever be led well by a woman. I am talking about you. And you don't have to know who I am. It probably is him. I think it's the same name. Actually, somebody else brought you up. And I was just saying how you were racist. You made comments about homosexuals and women, and how that you weren't a good person because of it. Yeah. I didn't have anything else to really talk about, and that was the topic of discussion, so of course I'm gonna join in on it. Are you really the BuzzCutPsycho? I find it funny that you actually wandered into the stream just as you were being talked about. If it is in fact you. Beetlejuice. You'd love to hear what he has to say? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to hear what he has to say, because I have a feeling I've heard him talk to people on TeamSpeak and Ben, and I have a pretty good idea of how it'll go. Unfortunately, I don't have a TeamSpeak anyways. Yeah, no, that's why I said I'm pretty sure it's the real one, because that's the same account name, and it never really got banned. It got suspended temporarily, but it got brought back. No, I don't have a TS3 or vent. I use DA's vent, but I wouldn't feel comfortable giving their information out to people. No, I'm not worried. I'm kind of interested in a discussion, to be honest. Who knows, maybe you could clear the air about a few things. Because really, all I know is the videos that I've seen. I don't like giving out my Skype information to people online, and I'm pretty sure he probably feels the same. Hey, like I said, I didn't bring it up. Somebody else came in here and started bringing it up.
You were moved.
We're moved to a moderated channel. Channels I moved to. Oh, to the AFK channel. Yeah, exactly. Like he said, Skype is extremely far from secure. There have been people who've given out Skype information, especially streamers, and then they do end up getting DDoS like crazy. Yeah, I am on TeamSpeak. I'll come to your TeamSpeak. Oh, you know what? I'll gladly talk to you. Maybe you can straighten me out about a few things. No border password. Take a look here.
Disconnected.
Oh, look at that, it's an enclave thing. Area, identity, blah blah. Oh, Buzz's office.
You were moved.
There you go, you're
Hey,
on.
there we
So
go.
I'm definitely the real deal.
You are the real deal, look at that. Okay, let me get something straight here first. I was going based on videos. You're probably gonna think I'm backpedaling. But I saw videos
I'm not
out
gonna
there.
think you're backpedaling, not at all, no.
Yeah, I saw videos of you making comments about homosexuals. You actually hopped onto, I think, AOD's vent making comments about homosexuals.
Homosexuals and retarded people, yes.
Yeah. And
But
I also saw...
Let's be clear here.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go on, I'm listening.
I also saw a highlight you made about shit, there was an outfit and they were led by a woman, and you were making comments about how they basically just couldn't be any good because
Yes,
they were
Blue
led by a
Lions,
woman.
absolutely. I thought it was common knowledge that women are generally just not very good at games. I thought that was common knowledge. I didn't know I was making anything that was unknown. You see, the thing is this. Everything you've heard, you'll hear some things that are true, some things that are not true. Hello, Straight, I miss you too. What it comes down to in the end is why? Well, who cares? I mean, really, what does it matter what I say? Last time I checked on the internet, anybody can just simply right-click my name and ignore me. Nobody has to watch or listen to anything I have to say. I think it's one of the great things about the internet. It's not like real life where you can't just simply remove somebody. You can't choose to ignore them and not hear anything they have to say. I'm a big fan of voicing your opinion and being who you are, whether people disagree with that or not. I think that's a great thing. The PlanetSide 2 community became absolutely obsessed with everything I said and did, which to me was great. I absolutely love that. I'm not gonna lie. I took every chance I could get. I would think to myself,
Hey,
what could I possibly do or say right now? It just aggravates the shit out of these people.
the only bad publicity is no publicity.
Absolutely. I don't think there's such a bad thing. There's such a thing as bad publicity. If people are talking about you, you're doing something right. Nobody talks about people who don't matter. Nobody talks about people who suck. I mean, I don't talk about guys who I don't even fucking know. But you're damn right I talk about people who are competition to me, who I know are and identify as good players. Now, as far as discrimination here goes, I mean, in the end, let me ask you this. Do you give a shit what I say or do? You shouldn't, if you do.
Not really.
Okay,
Although
not
I
really.
do feel it is a little toxic to the environment when you basically are a role model for people who are
It's
coming into
toxic.
the game.
It's toxic to the environment, okay. You know, I hear that word a lot. That seems to be the most common buzzword of the year 2013 here when it comes to games. Toxic implies corrosive, that I'm somehow hurting or harming anything. I would ask this. Do you think I drove away anybody from PlanetSide 2? Do you think that my stream and all of its popularity and our outfit and all of our fame and what we've done drove anybody away? Or do you think that we brought people to the game? Do you think that being quote-unquote toxic, as people call me, do you think I really was? Do you think I was actually corrosive to the environment and community? I would argue otherwise. I would say, hold on one second. I would say that I gave people an enemy to hate. I gave people something to fight, something to despise, something to go against. I would say that I gave people an outfit to join that played the game the way it was meant to be played. I say I gave people looking at the game a stream to watch when I was doing operations, not soloing. Gave them a stream to watch that allowed them to see what the game's potential and bring them in. I know for a fact, 100% fact, that more people came to PlanetSide 2 because of my stream and joined my outfit. That was the #1 source of my recruitment with that fucking stream than I ever heard of people leaving. Now go on. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're absolutely correct. I don't mean toxic as in you are driving people away from the game. I just mean that attitude is toxic, as in it's infectious to other people, and it makes them feel that that's a proper way to attack people in a social environment.
Are these people not capable of making their own decisions or acting on their own, their volition?
Unfortunately,
I mean, I'm definitely, if I'm influencing somebody to act or speak a certain way, well, that to me seems like their own problem. Nobody influences me to act or speak a certain way at all. I am who I am. And nothing will cause me to act a certain way. If that was the case, I would have been apologetic. I would have backpedaled. I would have backed down. I would have changed who I was. But that simply was not the case. And I think that's how other people should be. I don't accept responsibility for people's beliefs, outlooks, or feelings. This is the internet. This is the shooter genre. This is the free-to-play game. You have got a combination of the shittiest group of people in one, the free-to-play community, and not anybody. No, I don't think there's one person here that can disagree with me that the free-to-play community is complete and total dog shit. Now you combine the lowest common denominator of gaming, the FPS genre, you combine those two, you've already got a quote-unquote toxic community just by the genre and the marketing and the payment system right there off the bat. Look at League of Legends.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The free-to-play environment
There's
just
not a
draws those
damn
people
thing I
in.
could do. Anything I do or say absolutely pales in comparison to what happens when you have a free-to-play game. It's like anything. Why do you think MOBAs get such a bad rap? They don't have a paywall. You get the lowest form of scum in your game. They play the game. They have no financial investment. Without having a financial investment to the game, they have nothing to lose. It opens it up to people who want to make troll accounts, want to make cheat accounts, and who generally have no attachment whatsoever. A good way that I identified PlanetSide 2, and I thought to myself, this community sucks cock. And I came to that conclusion by, did you stream with 18 plus or not?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. I came to this conclusion that based on players' names and attitudes. How many guys do you see running around with dipshit names? 420 YOLO Swaginator, or any variants of the word shit. You right? A shit name for a shit game. Because they had no attachment. They had no attachment whatsoever to the product because they didn't have a financial attachment, and as a character attachment, didn't have that much either. Compare it to a game, an older MMO game or anything like that, or even Planetside 1. People were generally more serious about it. There was the paywall, there was the financial attachment, there was the character attachment. Those are the things that Planetside lacked. I mean, I think it's great that people still, for whatever reason, remember me. I haven't played the game in 5 or so months, I think. I haven't played it. I keep an eye on it. I
still
keep
on the leaderboards, too. You're in the top 5.
Yeah, I'm still on the leaderboards. I look at it every now and then. But there's a couple things that keep me from playing it again. The lack of I don't want to use the word metagame. That's really is the wrong word. But just the lack of an endgame to it. But I just got done watching the Assault on Araxis stream with Rel and Kid Ryan and a few other guys. And
yesterday.
44 minutes they're talking about me in 44 minutes. I'm sitting here playing Baldur's Gate and somebody comes on and says, they've invoked the name of BuzzCutPsycho. Check this shit out. And I go up there and check it out.
Your drones are out there.
I guess, man. I guess they get in on it. But really, is people just need to not give a shit what I do or say. I mean, really, folks, let's be dead fucking serious here. I'm a guy on the internet. I'm a voice on the internet. Why does anybody give a fuck what I say or what my opinion is? They absolutely shouldn't. They absolutely should not. They should care about the merits of my actions in game. Simple as that. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck what you are at a game. I don't care what your gender, race, or creed is at a game. I don't give a shit. So why do people give a shit what I think about people's race, gender, or creed? What's the fucking difference? What does it matter?
Yeah, this is BuzzCut.
Yes, this is Ryan, or Raidu, excuse me. This is the first time I've logged on to Twitch since I left the game.
Did you just chance upon the stream when we were talking, or did somebody tell you that we were talking?
Somebody brought it to my attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, I don't use Twitch anymore. I think that, I think it's great that people still talk about memory. That's awesome. That's flattering, honestly.
So.
But I mean, really, the Planetside community. Who are the community leaders? That's the whole stream. We're talking about community leaders, right? Your stream here is what, number 1? So you got your number 1 stream right now. That's great. That's awesome. What are people doing in Planetside now?
Nothing really. Just running around
Nothing,
fragging. Just like a giant deathmatch, really.
Just like a giant TDM. In the 5+, and I'm not, if you enjoy the game, I want to preface this right now. If you enjoy the game, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I enjoy bad games too. What one person doesn't like, another person might, alright? So don't take what I'm saying as slamming your favorite game, okay? But what I'm saying is that one of the biggest reason why I didn't bother playing Planetside 2 or continuing to play Planetside 2 is I kind of saw that there wasn't much to it. There wasn't, I'm a diehard Planetside 1 fan. I like Planetside 1. And I was looking for more with Planetside 2. I wanted more out of that game. And that's the reason why I left. I had never intended not to come back. I had actually said I would end up coming back if the game made some significant changes. And in the 5 or 6 months I've been gone, there hasn't been any significant changes. And the community doesn't pressure developers. Why would they? They don't do shit. You go look at a post on Reddit, it's constant fanboyism, and they're doing their best. I don't think you should slam them and shit on them for no fucking reason. But you absolutely have to be critical of them and say, hey, focus on something that fucking matters. Quit fucking putting in $7 guns. Quit putting in this shit. Cut it out with the cash cow shit. Put some serious content in the game.
Yeah, I can agree with that. This optimization patch has been the only good thing lately.
Before thoughts on my mind, 1 second, please, sir. Is if you think about it, since I've been gone, let me ask you this: has Hassan come out?
No, doesn't even seem like it's close.
Okay, Hassan hasn't come out. Okay. Have there been any new vehicles? This is a genuine question. Any new vehicles or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
There's literally been nothing. There's
nothing?
Been
okay, literally nothing. Alright. Has there been anything for you to buy on the cash shop that has come out since I've left?
Oh, fucking ridiculous amounts. They're just milking this game.
Absolutely. Shit to come out in the cash shop. And in general, I have no problem. I had no problem with the Planetside 2 cash shop and the model while the game was actually going. right? Well, they were where the premise was there. You had that honeymoon feeling. You're playing the game, and the sky's the limit. The possibilities are endless. You're playing Planetside, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be good. Give them a couple months, it's gonna be good. Gonna be good. I probably said I was the biggest fanboy around here. I'll tell you right now. Before Planetside 2 came out, I was telling everybody to pick up Planetside 2. I was telling everybody to buy Planetside 2. I was telling everybody that they've got to get in on it and play Planetside 2, the best shooter game on the market. I had it at all. And then suddenly, whenever I'm trying to read something here. Anyway, and then suddenly it kind of dawned on me one day. I said, "Where's the content? What am I doing? Why am I taking the space? Why am I doing anything that I'm doing right now? What is my goal? What is my motivation?" And well, what is it? Just get serve points for what?
It's a carrot on a stick.
The carrot on a stick to get just TDM, like you said. And that's really my problem with the game. If you like that game, it's awesome, great. There's nothing wrong with liking that in the game. Not my kind of thing. You could say the same for any shooter, Mopar, but the difference is that Planetside wasn't meant to be any shooter. It wasn't meant to be any shooter. That's the thing. Planetside was supposed to be above the average shooter. It was supposed to be above Call of Duty and Battlefield. Except it ended up being equal to or below.
I agree with that. There's something about Planetside that just draws me to it, because you got Call of Duty and Battlefield, and they do just feel like small environments, and Planetside 2 is different than that. But it does feel like it's still missing some core content to really just make it stand out.
It's simply missing the overarching feel that Planetside 1 had, which was a global battleground. The whole sense of kind of the conquest and persistence. I mean, I could go on for hours about what's wrong with it. Nothing's changed. I mean, everything I ranted about 5 or 6 months ago is still relevant now. I mean, what's important is right now, and the original topic of the conversation was clearing the air and all this stuff. How devoid of content is a game, or a player who hasn't played the game in 5 or 6 months is still talked about on a semi-regular basis? I should be a fucking nobody. I've quit the game.
Yeah, and anybody else would be.
People still bring it up. Now, that tells me that either A, I had a huge impact on the game, B, there's absolutely nothing fucking going on in the game, or C, it's obviously the only metagame the game had. So...
Well, you're right. You were a common enemy, a nemesis for everybody to go out and
Everybody
hunt.
loved to kill me. Everybody loved to hunt me. Everybody loved to fight alongside me. It was great. Or D, all the above. There you go, mid-hazy. So, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed being the bad guy in Planetside. A lot of people kept it in game. The biggest problem with Planetside 2, if you had people who were more focused on trying to get me in trouble in the game, trying to say, oh, look what Buzz said 3 years ago. Well, look at what Buzz said, 2 months ago. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to hide anything that I say. I've got my own beliefs, my own opinions. Some are real, some aren't. Believe it or not, folks, I like to go trolling every now and then, and I'm pretty good at it, all right? But the thing is it should not be relevant. It shouldn't be relevant. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you. Why does it bother anybody else?
It might be hurtful to the people who it's said about. Like, I don't remember who the female outfit leader you were talking about, but it would be hurtful to her if she heard the video you're talking about. Especially somebody who stands out so much in the community.
Then get the fuck off the internet. If you can't handle a male on the internet speaking down to a female, get the fuck off. You don't belong here. Okay?
Is that the way the internet should be, though? Like, the internet is that way, you're right, but should it be that way? Just because it's that way, should we consider it acceptable?
It's one of the last mediums for free speech. It's absolutely one of the... And here's the thing about the internet. Here's why it's different in real life, okay? I can't go up to a woman in real life and say, you're a bitch, get you to make me a sandwich. I can't say that. I wouldn't say that. Simple as that, okay? Because in real life, they can't just make you poof go away, like the touch of a button. On the internet, there's the ignore feature in every game. If you don't like my stream, they'll watch my stream. You don't like what I have to say on YouTube? Don't listen to me on YouTube. You don't like what I have to say on comments on the internet? Don't fucking read them. It's really that goddamn simple. It really is. But they don't take that route. The route they go is, well, I'm going to complain about him because he said something to hurt my progressive liberal feelings. Like that. And then they go off and they bitch and complain, which gets them nowhere. Because I'm not going to change.
Well, you know what? I agree with you 100%. Well, maybe 99%, because you're right. Every other person you can ignore. But like you said, people are talking about you 6 months after playing the game. You're obviously very popular with the community, and a lot of people, actually believed what you said, and when you're talking about these people, it makes other people feel the same way about the same person. And I know that's not your problem, and it shouldn't be your problem.
Get their own opinions.
But
Nobody. I mean, if people are taking my opinion as their own, then they're already doing something wrong. And if they happen to agree with me already on the basis, that's fine. That's completely different. But I have a hard time believing. I don't think there. I mean, I believe that there are people who are like that. I think that's a minuscule amount of people. But I don't think that there are a lot of people who say, "Oh, well, Buzz said some sexist, misogynistic remarks about a female, so therefore it's okay now. I'm going to do it." I mean, they might say, "That's pretty fucking funny. I'm going to say it too," which is one thing. But I don't think anybody really believes that shit.
No, you're probably
I don't think anybody
right.
believes that. I don't think anybody fucking believes that. It's like people don't believe. It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit crocodile tears. That's all the entire PlanetSide community has been since Jesus Christ, September of last year, at PAX, when Total Fat Ass mentioned my name and my outfit. Everybody was in an uproar. Total Fat Ass, how can you mention him? Look at him, he's toxic, he's racist. You know? And then everybody, that's where it all went from there. Again, the question is, who gives a fuck? What I do on my own private forums. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it is your private forums, you're right.
Yeah, it's my private fucking forums. So, that fucking shill starts talking about it, and then everybody else gets on it, and then boom, here I am. Still, people still talking about me. Oh, over some friggin' shit I said on private forums. I think it's awesome. I really do. I'm not gonna complain. But I mean, do they think they're hurting me? Do they think they're bothering me? Fuck no.
No,
You're feeding the ego, folks. It's all it boils down to.
It actually draws
like
more
I said,
people
I
into
am
you.
like Beetlejuice. He's not going to say my name enough. I'm going to appear. People are going to let me know. Here I am. If you want me to disappear, Reddit and all you other fucking retards out there, if you really want me to fucking go away, stop talking about me. Because as long as you're talking about me, I'm going to keep laughing. I'm going to keep checking it out. And I'm going to keep stoking the flames.
Oh yeah, sit back, kick your feet up with some popcorn.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let me clear the air about something too. While you're here, you just came in because somebody told you that I was talking about you, and you just caught the bad stuff. I did honestly really enjoy your stream. I watched it plenty of times. You'll probably see that I've been a follower for a while, and I really enjoyed your gameplay. I thought you were an amazing leader with your stream. Like, I don't think I've seen anybody lead an outfit the way you did and have everybody stop what they're doing at any point in time and follow an order the way you had your outfit running.
Well, I appreciate that, and a big part of the stream was trying to get people to realize, or give them ideas on how to run an outfit. When I was more gung-ho about PlanetSide, I was, thinking about, maybe I should make a series of videos to help people try to run an outfit better, and I kicked it around, I did a couple things, and I probably didn't have the time to do it between leading the outfit and all that stuff, but I hope that in the stream people would say, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And there was a couple guys who did, use some ideas of mine. And you have to do exactly what I say. Different stroke for different folks, different style for different people. They lead differently. Whenever I was leading the outfit, people were conditioned, or, I'm going to use the word conditioned, but when you play with us, it was purely optional. You did not have to show up and do operations. You wouldn't get kicked out. You wouldn't get berated, all right? There's a big misconception in our outfit that you had to do exactly what I said when I said it. You did. Only if you were willingly doing operations and you volunteered to play with us at that period of time. If you didn't want to play ops, you could go do what the hell you damn wanted. But when you signed up and you gave me your time and I gave you mine, well then you're going to do exactly what I say, when I say it, and how I say it. That's how the outfit ran, and that's why we did so well. PlanetSide was absolutely a game about numbers. I am definitely not going to deny that, but any type of game, or I'm going to risk sound like a fucking retard here, any kind of quote-unquote warfare is all about numbers. You want to have more numbers than your enemy. It's more important in PlanetSide than other games because the game comes down to numbers and spawn points, and you need to have enough people to overwhelm the enemy and remove their spawn points. So when you have a game based on spawning and your only win-loss condition is removing their spawn, everything else is secondary. Everything else. The flags are secondary, the objectives are secondary. It's all about getting your numbers in there, removing their spawns, and then going ahead and getting the points afterwards when they're done. And I did that. I had a lot of dudes. And I had about peak time, at our absolute peak, no joke, we had 200 dudes on a night. We had a lot of guys on.
Yeah, I saw you had like 7 daggers and talons at one point. Or 17,
yeah,
sorry, not 7.
Before that, we had 20 daggers during the launch days of World of Warcraft, or not World of Warcraft, during PlanetSide 2. We had like 20 squads on. I'll tell you right now, I would end the night of ops with a headache every night. I had just a massive fucking headache after that. It was fun. It was good stuff. But it became a pain in the ass to run all that shit. And as the game went down, or people stopped playing or took a break, our numbers went down, but we pretty much normalized at around 8 squads, so 2 platoons. And you can do a lot with 2 platoons. And I tried to separate it. I didn't want to have 2 platoons in one location all the time, because even though it's a guaranteed win, it does make the fight kind of suck. So I would eventually try and send 1 platoon to this lane and another platoon to this lane, and they would go ahead and they have their own objectives. But if one lane got really hard, I wouldn't feel ashamed about bringing 42 or 48 people for the platoon. 48 people, yeah. I wouldn't feel ashamed about bringing 48 people to one fight, just to go ahead and stomp an objective and then move on. But I tried to keep it as even as possible while still winning, because believe it or not, I like to win. I'm a pretty competitive guy. So if I have to bring in 2 platoons to win a fight, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to feel bad about it.
No, winning is winning. It's war, right?
Winning is winning, right? And it's a game. And who the hell wants to lose? Who in this stream right now, if everybody's watching, does anybody here actually like losing? I mean, be real here. People are gonna fucking knock me for using many numbers or every resource at my disposal, and then you're gonna say what? You like to lose? Fuck no. If you like to lose, you're a fucking beta male bitch. Hands down.
Like you said,
bitch.
You didn't force them to come play with you. They volunteered. What are you gonna start doing? Telling people no, they can't come play with you because you want to keep the numbers small?
Nobody likes to lose. And that's what it came down to. So, in general, what I learned when I played that, but I was hoping that the stream would keep people, give them kind of an idea on how to run a competitive outfit, and would give them the ability to organize numbers and try and fight against us. And some outfits did it. No, some outfits were capable of doing it. I'm trying to think of some here. Christ. CML had the numbers to do it. Actually, they get a lot of shit for it, but Taz tried to do it. Who else was there? A lot of the NC outfits. Earlier days, Azure Twilight definitely had the numbers to do it. And, as the time went on, though, they never kept up with their membership. And their membership dropped down. Ours maintained steady. And then towards the end, we just had so many people that nobody could stop us. That was just how it came. So, I definitely hope that, people like the stream, and I had a good time doing it. I don't stream anymore. I've got my reasons for that, but I occasionally watch streams every now and then, see what's going on. I keep up to date. I
saw a video just the other day, actually. I think it was yesterday, of you playing Battlefield 4. You had a buddy on the other team dropping C4 while you're shooting it.
Oh yeah.
You didn't. What were you doing? Just doing local capturing, I guess. You said you don't stream.
I actually still use XSplit, but I have the license for it still. I just use a local recording for XSplit. But, the streaming thing, well, it was fun. I don't think I get back into it. It was a lot of work, and as much fun as I had doing it, I really just did it for Planetside too. I enjoyed doing it for Planetside, and after Planetside, just like, I don't want to really stream anything.
Yeah. What about,
it's the whole watching what you have to say thing.
It's true.
I mean,
really
I'm not going to sit and bitch about it. It is what it is. You can't fight it. It's the way society is. So instead of sitting here and fighting a battle I can't possibly win, I'll do the only thing I can do and just not use your service. That's it. It's the same thing with SOE's policy. SOE says that we can and will ban you for anything you say out of game or third party if we don't agree with it. Okay, that's their prerogative. They can do that. They're absolutely allowed to do that. If I don't agree with it, I just don't participate. That's all. I'm not going to encourage other people not to participate. I'm not going to encourage people to take that stance. People take the stance they want to take. They formulate their own opinions.
At least they should.
They should. They absolutely should. People shouldn't say, oh, well, Buzz feel this way, I should too. No, you should listen to my opinion and then maybe get another one and come up with your own. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. But I think there's a big misconception amongst people in the Planetside community, especially with TE. They would say, oh, you had, going back to that, is it, they're all brainwashed, they do this, they do that. Well, it's the volunteer thing. People volunteer to do it. If you're playing with us, you got to have TMG 50s. You have to have strikers. You have to have stuff. You absolutely have to have stuff. And you have to play the classes I'm going to tell you to play. People didn't like that. But the people who did like that willingly joined up and participated in that. And that's what made the outfit so strong. What other outfit do you know of? I don't know of any. If you do, inform me. What other outfit had requirements that you had to fucking do this? You had to use this weapon in this class, in this situation.
No, I don't think anybody brought it that extreme. No, I can't think of anybody. At least nobody that that's made it known, at least.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. And people used to knock it. They used to say, "Oh, well, Buzz, you know, they could play the game however they want." They can, just not with me. They're gonna play the game with me. They're gonna play how I tell them to fucking play it, and they're gonna have a good time. And they're gonna win.
Yeah, there's just certain things that are more effective. There's no way around it.
Yeah, it comes down to the type of player you are. And there's nothing wrong with being the kind of player who does not want to go hard and doesn't really want to put his full ass into it. That's fine. There's really no problem with that at all. But in this games, I'm like that. You know, I don't go too hard in fucking Battlefield. I don't go too hard in RTS games like StarCraft or anything like that. I'm not trying to. But I definitely respect people who do. I respect those that are better than me. But, you know, I definitely don't try to discredit them. I also don't knock how they play. I played Counter-Strikes. I was playing Counter-Strike Go for a little bit, for a few months. Had a good time. I'm not going to sit down and take the time to get great at Counter-Strike Go. But I certainly respect the people who put in the 16 or so hours a day to become pros at it. It's like anything else. It's a skill. It's a talent.
It is. You got to work that muscle to get good at it. I happen to be
an alright player at Planetside 2. I happen to have a great outfit. And that is what I was known for. That's really what I was known for. The racism, the sexism, the misogyny, the ableism, whatever, you know, PC word you want to throw my way, that was all just there. That was all there. And I fit into it on purpose. Of course I did. I thought it was hilarious. Who doesn't enjoy aggravating people every now and then?
I absolutely love doing that, aggravating people.
Exactly.
If I can find people that I know I get under their skin when I kill them, and I know they're in an area, I will purposely go to that area to kill them more.
Oh yeah, and it gets, yeah, absolutely. That's what everybody does. And if me saying, you know, saying a racial word here or there, or fucking speaking poorly about a certain group of people, if that gets everybody upset, it's a low effort, high reward. People latch onto it. I think Planetside 2 would have been better for me. People would have just knocked, you know, if they would have been more focused, and it also helped in game too. People, like I said, loved to hate me, they loved to go after me, loved to kill me. They would be playing the game, and there would be people coming after me on stream all the time. That's why I left the delay off. Everywhere I went, I was guaranteed to be in a fight with somebody. You gotta have your bad guys, man.
You do. Well, you said you were watching that attack on Araxis, and near the end of it, they were actually talking about that, how shit-talking isn't a bad thing, that it actually needs to be part of a game like this in order to drive people to compete against each other. It's just the competitive side of it.
I'm going to answer that. I agree with that 100%. I'm going to ask something here real quick. Stoopy VS says, it's not racism if you're trolling ... right. So I'm assuming that that's sarcasm. Well, I would ask you this, Stoopy. I would say, what is racism? I'll go ahead and ask you a deeper question. What is racism? Is racism what you're told to believe is racist? Or is racism, is it words? Because to me, words are just words unless you give them power. That's all they are. They're merely words. People give these words power. It's not racism.
With that in mind, too, with that in mind, you know, there's all these racist comments out there that you can't say about specific races. But on the other hand, you know, it's almost racist to white people because there's words us specifically cannot say. And in a sense, that's racist towards us, so... There's
absolutely a double standard. I'm not going to bog your stream down with that because that could go on forever. But I will say this, and this is general rule of thumb here, okay? If you know how I feel, know how I feel and think and believe, right? I'll tell you right now, I'll clear the air. I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. I have my own beliefs, but I'm definitely not a racist or a sexist. Don't give words power. You know? In a way, people give my name power. This is just a name, but they give it power. It's like Planescape Torment. You know, ever play Planescape Torment? A name is power, right? Same shit. People give that fucking name power. Oh, BuzzCutPsycho. Then immediately, right? Immediately. Racist, ableist, fucking cocksucker. Anything. They just go fucking nuts and go into a frenzy. Over what? Over a fucking name? Get out of here. Give me a break. Play the fucking game.
I'm sure some people are curious. What's the Enclave doing these days? I see a lot of people in the team speak.
Oh man, we've got a lot of guys in TS. We play a lot of various games. You know, a lot of dudes play Battlefield 4. A lot of guys play War Thunder. Really right now, we're not playing anything officially right now. In the future, the nearest game we're looking for is something called WildStar. It's an MMORPG. and that's what I have my eyes set on. I haven't played it yet. I don't know much about it. I know a little bit about it from reading about it, but I definitely am looking forward to getting in there and trying that. So we're definitely looking to WildStar. It's not an FPS, but
Yep.
you know, I'm kind of sick of
videos of it.
FPSs. Yeah, I'm sick of FPSs. I mean, you know, I like Battlefield. I like Planetside. You know, I like shooter games, but there's so much of the same right now. And I think after playing shooters for so long, I'm kind of ready to go back to an RPG.
Yeah, I try and dabble in a little bit of everything, because you're right, if you just do one thing, it gets a little
Yeah, you
tiresome.
do one thing, and the shooter genre has become, unfortunately, it's become the most popular genre, and because it's become the most popular genre, it's definitely become very watered down. You know, I was having this conversation the other day. It was, you look at an old shooter game, you compare it to a modern shooter game. I remember back playing games like Quake or Team Fortress, Quake, Team Fortress Classic. You know, even older. I used to be good at Counter. You know, I used to play Counter Strike. I'm really amazing at it. But you can play the game, and the people have a hell of a time trying to kill you. You go ahead and you play a modern shooter. Some fucking asshole walks up with a shotgun and one-shots you. Some guy shoots you with a grenade launcher and you're dead. You know, it's just so much noob shit in modern shooter games that it just gets aggravating.
It really does. I feel that the whole Call of Duty franchise has really watered down the gamers and the expectations of the games ever since it's come out. Just the standards are so much lower.
Look up at Planetside. You know, I thought Planetside had a really good TTK before they put in pump action shotguns. I never agreed with the heavy assault shield. I thought heavy assault should never have had that shield. I've always hated it. I thought it was fucking stupid since day one. Same with nanoweave armor, also stupid since day one. Two really dumb abilities, but they kept them in. But the game was okay until the pump action shotgun. And when the pump action shotgun came out, it was one shot or be one shot. And the balance was completely thrown off because you had a higher than usual TTK on infantry weapons, and then you had instant death with a shotgun. So it said that what that meant is that you must now use a shotgun or you will die 100% of the time in combat. No more carbines, no more LMGs, no more SMGs. Pick up a pump shotgun and one-shot your way to victory. There's tons of videos of me on YouTube running around into a tower, just one-shotting dudes, and getting my shield back and one-shotting some more dudes. Really just shit gameplay, but if you want to be competitive, you had to play like that.
Yeah, I've got a video too, back when pump actions were first released. Same thing, just running around a tower, light assault, one-shotting people, and I had to title it, pump actions are an abomination, because they just really don't belong in a game like this.
They didn't belong in a game. They were just a bad addition. I thought shotguns were a bad addition since day one. I remember back in the beta when he introduced the fully automatic shotguns. And right off the bat, everybody hated them. And to make it worse, the goddamn cloakers had the damn things. So the cloakers are running around with pump action shotguns and their automatic shotguns, hosing people down, and then going back to invisible. It was awful gameplay. Well, then they took it away from the cloakers. And then, friggin' a couple months after release, they give the assholes SMGs, which are just as fucking bad.
Yeah, SMG Infiltrator I feel is a very cowardly and cheesy way to play the game.
It's cowardly and it's bad gameplay. Who the hell wants to play the game where you run around an infiltrator, completely invisible, and you come up behind a dude, hose him down his SMG, and then sneak away? It's just shitty gameplay. It's dumb. It's awful. It's bad enough they've got fucking sniper rifles, and they can scope you out and kill you from 400 meters away, and then go back to being invisible. You give SMGs too.
Yeah. Well, they gave the SMG the lower maximum damage range, thinking, oh, well, that's going to keep them balanced. But what's it matter on a class that can close the gap before you even realize they're there?
Yeah, they're immediately there. Planetside has a lot of balance issues, and balance issues are one of the things, one of the main things that drove me away from the game. And they haven't been changed, they haven't been fixed. And again, I say, people watching, don't base your opinions on mine. Make your own opinions, have your own feelings. If you like the game, you like the game. More power to you. There's nothing wrong with liking a game that other people don't like. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you like it, you keep playing it. You have a good time. That's what the games are for. But in general, for me, it was just bad balance, coupled with poor performance, which apparently has been fixed, and just lack of content. That's all it was. No Raidu, I'm not on Planetside. I don't play anymore, bud.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs that have been around forever.
I don't play anymore, bud. That's just all there is to it. I've debated, if they were to make a major change, and I mean make the game more like Planetside 1, where not just in art style or general gameplay style, but I'm talking a serious change, I would consider giving the game another shot. I really would. I could magic up 2 platoons in a day, guarantee it. If I put out the call and said, "Listen up, assholes, we're gonna go play Planetside," I would probably have more than 2 platoons. People would come back and do it. It wouldn't be a problem. The thing is that I need a reason to do that, and I need a reason other than, yeah, I need to go farm a biolab, or I need more certs, or I got to be on a leaderboard. I need more of a reason to play the game, and that's what Planetside 1 had for the longest time. You know, you get continental locking in there, you get cross-continent warfare, and you get a reason to play. I'll be back.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that too. I tell people
A lot
that all
of
the
people
time.
will be
I said, like, look at you. You haven't played for how many months, and you're still in the top for time played and score and kills and whatnot. I tell people all the time, you don't play a game that much and not love it. So obviously, if they do something to fix it, you're gonna come back.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people come back. I just, you know, I don't have any knowledge of how SOE does things. I don't know what the hell they do, but I think that Planetside 2 is could be their winning ticket. It really could be, and that's why I didn't go off and get banned. You know, because I keep the bridge, you know, assembled. That way, if I ever want to return, I can. I just don't see it happening. I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like to see that Planetside 2, you know, makes those changes. There's no barrier of entry. Just download the game and play, which is great, but they've actually got to make it something more. But I think the shooter genre in general is kind of fucked. It's not just a Planetside issue. It's not a Battlefield. It's the whole genre itself has become way too stagnant. I don't know what mission modes are going to do. I don't think mission modes are going to make a damn difference, Iron Dragon. It's another little band-aid fix that isn't going to, sorry about the mission. I just read exactly what you said, Iron Dragon. I just think it's another band-aid fix. I mean, I've been hearing about missions since before a goddamn game came out. I don't want missions. Fuck missions. That's nonsense. Just like alerts. What about alerts? What were alerts to the game? Bunch of fucking nonsense.
Yeah, alerts didn't really help. They just encouraged a lot of people to switch to whatever faction was winning for the duration of the alert.
Shit. What needs to be done is a true Planetside-esque continental conquest system. That's what needs to be done. And until that happens, the game will remain as it is. And that's a shame, and it really is. It's a shame because Planetside 2 is supposed to be better than Battlefield, better than Call of Duty. It's supposed to be that extra tier above. And instead, in my opinion, again, I'm putting this, you know, bolding this, my opinion, it became less. Through balance, bad gameplay decisions, poor performance, just bad gameplay in general. That's it. But the people will come back. If you give people a reason to come back and play your game, they'll come back. Look at EVE Online. You come back to that.
Oh yeah.
But MLG, it's not gonna make anybody come back. How's the MLG thing doing, by the way, in Planetside? Out of curiosity.
Fucking terrible, man. They are really dropping the ball with it big time. They need to really add in some tools. Right now, it's just a third-party camera following around a battle, and you really get no personal feeling of what's going on.
Yeah, so
I don't think it's MLG's fault. I think it's more SOE's fault. They really need to put in some tools for the casters to actually work with.
Yeah, I mean, I had a bad idea about the MLG thing since day one. But here you are. I mean, you got the #1 stream right now in Planetside 2, so... What do you do? You play with an outfit? What do you do? Tell me. I've been talking this whole time. What do you do?
Me? I just basically play... I played by myself for a long time, and then I decided to join a couple outfits. Most of them didn't pan out because people were hypersensitive, so I actually applied to DA. They seem to be one of the better outfits, and just kind of testing to see how things work out with that.
Are any larger outfits still around, or are they all gone?
What do you mean by larger outfits? Like
running, you know, platoon or platoon plus a night, basically doing what we used to do.
Nothing really like platoons or larger, really. You just see outfits running with maybe a couple squads of people. But
Yeah.
maybe the outfits who run with more than a platoon don't stream or whatnot.
Yeah, I know before we quit, there just wasn't a whole lot of that going on. Oh well, it is what it is. But hey, man, if you're having a good time, man, you stick with it. I mean, it could get better.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just enjoy the FPS genre in general. I enjoy it because of that. But really, there's just... it's really the hope that's hanging me on the Planetside, because I see the potential there, and it kills me to see SOE not do nothing with it. But I stick with it because that hope is there.
Well, maybe he'll do something with it. Who knows? I mean, I had that hope for a long time, and I'm not going to tell anybody to get rid of it, but that was, I mean, like you said, I played the game a lot. I mean, I dedicated a lot of my free time to it, so I definitely enjoyed the game for a good portion of my time, but I just saw the writing on the wall. I just wanted to, just couldn't really do much about it anymore. Let's see what happens after it comes out on the PS4.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you should go back to your stream, and I've taken enough of your time, and I need to go get dinner. So you should definitely go back to your stream and entertain your viewers.
Hey, thanks for the conversation too. To be
honest,
honest,
thank you for coming on here and talking to me. I appreciate
I actually
that.
had an opinion about you, and I thought I was going to come on here, and you're just going to start flinging shit at me the whole time, and you actually surprised me. So that's
well, good.
That's good to see.
I'm glad I surprised you then. So you go ahead and do that, all right, brother?
Okay, talk to you later, man. Good talking to you.
Later, bud.
User left your channel. Disconnected.
Well, thanks for being patient, guys, and hanging around for that discussion. I'm sure you enjoyed hearing from BuzzCutPsycho, since everybody likes to talk about him, and nobody's ever really heard from him since he's left. No, it was. I knew it was going to be entertaining. I just thought, I don't know. Clearly my opinions were wrong. I was quite surprised that, well, I've said really my opinions were wrong. And there's a lot of fights going on at Indoor. Instant channel follow. Well, thanks for the follows, you guys. I see I did acquire some followers there. Hopefully you guys will enjoy my gameplay as much as our discussion. Yep, no, it's true. And that's why I hopped on the TeamSpeak. Yeah, send me a friend invite, Thyke. Any of you guys are more than welcome to come and play with me. We might not do anything coordinated or anything, but I'll make sure I put up squad points of where I'm going and put up squad beacons so you guys can fight in the same area as me.